I think that's sinking. Oh dear. Hi Heather, I'm just at the Black Country Museum. This is where they filmed Tom Hardy in Peaky Blinders. This is where he works, where his and family lived. Hi Jameson. I am very well, Heather, thank you so much. You know, in Peaky Blinders, Tom Hardy stood here, looking all mean, and the leader is on a little narrowboat, and he comes down here, and Tom Hardy stood just here, and his friends up there prevailing rifle. Do you remember the scene when he comes down here? But this is the Black Country Living Museum. Now, the cast of Peaky Blinders saved a lot of money because instead of building sets from the 1940s, they just came here and they filmed it here. Thank you, Pranif. I hope you have a nice day, pal. But this is where they filmed Peaky Blinders. You know, when they're walking through the alleyways of the house. And obviously they CGI'd a lot of chimneys at the back there. But basically all the old buildings from around Birmingham, Dudley, Wolverhampton, instead of knocking them down, they put them all here so that they can charge people £30 to walk about. Of course I like cheese toasties, everyone does. He's from the 1980s, 1880s, sorry. I think there's 4 sectors. This is the Victorian side, and there's all kids playing skipping rope and hopscotch. The poor kids. there's a zoo over there, and they've bought them, and the school's bought them here. But this is the Victorian section, so If you've ever seen a Jack the Ripper film, they probably filmed it here. Oh, cinema. This is where they show Charlie Chaplin and Laurel Hardy. The old films. But the film Jack the Ripper, Sherlock Holmes, any old film, now this pub, the Bottle and Glass, has anyone seen that, I think it was 2017, Steve Coogan made a Stan and Laurel film. Steve Coogan and I can't remember the guy who played Oliver Hardy, but they come out of here singing it. But yeah, these old shops. You know, I am about 10 years ago, I came in here once, I paid full price, and the woman says, oh no, you can't walk over there because they're filming Peaky Blinders. And I says, well, I've paid full price, I don't care about Tom Hardy. And she says, oh no, you can't walk in there. I says, I've paid £30 to come in here, but Tom Hardy is not here today. Now that chip shop is always packed because it's the only chip shop in this museum. Now over the back of these houses, there's a fun fair that was built in the 1880s. It's got a ghost train and a carousel. I'll walk over there in a few minutes. I'm just going to catch my breath because I'm absolutely shattered. Yeah, Tom Hardy was stood just there, and the evil man on the boat came along and he says, hello, Tom. What's his name in the Peaky Blinders? But yeah, his friend was just up in those trees with aim rifle. See all these little houses. A lot of actors come here and they say, oh yes, this is the 1940s and today we're going to fight Frankenstein. But if you've seen any film on UK Gold, like Sherlock Holmes, Jack the Ripper, they filmed it here. They always fetch the kids here for school, the poor kids. There's a zoo over there. But I think it's about £27-28 to come in. I can smell chips. Hi Sarah, thank you for watching. I can smell chips and they smell very, 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 very nice. Now there's usually some actors here dressing up as 1940s people. Oh, motorbikes. Now these shops should have been demolished years ago, but like I say, they saved them. Ooh. If you want a motorbike from 1933, here's the place to get it. Whoa, that's an R radio. Everything is saved from the 1940s. This pub should have been demolished years ago, but they put it here at Elephants and Castle. And on the walls it says Banks's Ale. So I went in there once. I says, can I have any Banks's mild? He says, we don't do them anymore. I says, it's on the front of your building. He says, nah mate, we don't make that anymore. So the pub's still here, but they don't do the beer no more. The Women's Institute. I don't think I've been in there. Let's have a look at the fun fair then. This fun fair is from 1885, I want to say. Again, they were supposed to knock it down, but they says, hey, we can charge people a lot of money. so they put us here. Building Society, does anybody want a TV from 1927? Look ahead, push ahead. Ooh. They've got a ghost train. I bet she's cold. Hey, cold, love. Right, let's see what we got. The Co-op. There's no traffic, so we don't really need this zebra crossing. I'm sure this was put elsewhere and they moved it here. This is a war memorial. 1923, this one was erected. Yeah, they moved it here in 2010. That's a lot of dizzy children. I think this is the ghost train, yeah. The ghost train.
Yeah, you remember that one?
I would puke on that. It's Dracula. Oh, I'm just going to catch my breath. Oh. Hi Marcus, I'm just catching my breath. Give me 2 minutes and I'll continue walking and then talking nonsense. Right, let's have a walk about then. On the ghost train of terror. Yeah, it's £2.50 per ride, and they give you a token. I don't have the goods for that. I'm too much of a wimp. I would love to go on it, but I'm a big wimp. Yeah, £2.50 each. I don't think this is Victorian. Yes, Marcus, mate. Oh, it's off. I'm from the Black Country, mate. Well, their photo was beyond there. This merry-go-round is about 120 years old. It was supposed to be demolished, but they put it here instead. It's a nice thing to watch. Well, I hope it's nice and warm where you are, Marcus, because it's very cold here and very damp. Very wet. We have Shooting Salon, where they give you aim rifle. No questions asked. I don't think all of them fit on there. That one's off again. I know this song, but I can't place it. I think it's the old brown bottles or green bottles, one of them. It's something to do with in bottles. This is a very long rotation. Do 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 do. On your own greenbacks. He's enjoying himself. It's finished. I think it's like 3 minutes, maybe 2.5 minutes rotation. No, it's off again. That's off now. I don't think I'll put it on there. I will go on there, but I don't think I'll fit. The Victorian dive bomber. I don't think that's Victorian. On a very tiny train. I'll stop now. Is that Fireman Sam? No, I won't pretend there. No. On the ghost train of terror. I need a rest. I've been walking about all day. Oh my god. Oh, the pain. My poor feet. I've shown you where the film Peaky Blinders. I've been on this carousel, on this ghost train. I've walked about, honestly, about 8 miles today. So I'm very, very tired. On the ghost train. It's a very, very long rotation. Shouldn't Dracula be out at night? I know it's quite gloomy. Now, you see that woman there? She's paid to wait, and when the people come out the door, she jumps at them. Watch, she goes, rah. It's so crap. She's gonna jump. She's gonna jump at the people when the door opens. Watch. There we go. They ain't bothered whatsoever. They ain't bothered whatsoever. I can hear music. Copyrighted music. There's your War Museum. God bless them all. Are there any actors out today? There should be some actors. Why do they want a zebra crossing when there's no traffic? There's no traffic whatsoever. There's a free library. I think that meets plastic, so I'm not going to sell that. There's a very tiny TV. I think they're all originals. This week's Parkinson, 1944. There's a Women's Institute. They've got Banksy's written on the door, but they never saw Banksy's. Elephant and castle. I don't see an elephant. Doris May Davis. And there's a pigeon from the 1940s. Hello, pigeon. There's always a long line for those chips. That chippy. I've been coming here for years and I've only been in there once. Motorbikes from the 1930s. I think that's a school over there. Now, this is where they filmed Peaky Blinders. You see down there? That's an old coal factory. And instead of building sets that would cost millions and millions of pounds, what they did was they brought the actors to the Black Country Living Museum. I don't think they make it anymore, do they? Peaky Blinders, but they used to film it down there. No, Tom Hardy's not here today. Tom, let's go and find Tom. I don't think he's here. Yeah, they used to film Peaky Blinders here. Now, sometimes they'll have an old man in there teaching the kids how hard it was living in 1920 or 1930. Is that out? Not today. But I've never seen Peaky Blinders. But if anybody's watched the series and this looks familiar, let me know. I know I have seen one scene where Tom Hardy stood there and the dude was coming up in a narrowboat. It is very grim. And Tom Hardy's mate was waiting there with a rifle just as things went south. But do you remember the scene where Tom was stood there? But yeah, they used to film. Oh my God, there's some fish alive in there. That water looks really bad. I never thought there was fish in there. But this is where they filmed so many Peaky Blinders episodes. Oh, not again. Every time I walk around here, there's an actor saying, I was born in 1870 and I went to school in 1900. And dude, it's not Shakespeare. You know, these actors who say, what is that you are holding? And I'm like, it's a phone. We don't have phones in 1940. I'm like, mate, calm down. I'm not jumping in there. I'll catch diseases. But Tom Hardy, I have never seen Peaky Blinders. I know it's shocking, but Tom Hardy filmed all the scenes here. There's 1940s houses here, and so they walk about talking like they're from the 1940s. And if you've ever watched Sherlock Holmes or Jack the Ripper on day TV, they've probably filmed that here as well. But there's some houses over there with little alleyways in. I have actually seen Tom Hardy here once. He was holding a bag full of blood. Like I say, I don't know what episode that was because I've never seen the show, but I have seen more of Tom Hardy filming Peaky Blinders than I have of the actual show. But there's always people here talking like the 1940s, doing demonstrations. I died of typhoid in 1947. When I was 8 years old, my father sent me down the mines. 47 hours a day I worked in the mines. Yeah, instead of building very expensive sets, they just brought the actors here to film the scenes. But I've had enough now. I'm going home. They've always got kids here. The poor kids. I mean, there's a zoo over there. Surely they can take them to the zoo, but now they see the bloke's doing a demonstration. When I was a child in 1942, very smoky. Oh, something on fire. Even here, they play silent movies like Laurel and Hardy and who's on today? Charlie Chaplin. It's already started. But there's a silent cinema down there, and they play the old films. Yeah, houses. I'm from Peaky Blinders, and Jack the Ripper, and Sherlock Holmes. And this pub, I've never seen it. It's from Laurel and Hardy. No, Stan and Ollie. Steve Coogan was in it, 2017, I think it was, and they came out of here singing and dancing. Do you remember the movie? I don't think those barges move anymore, mate. They're all half sunk. But this church should have been demolished years ago, but they put it here instead. And all these buildings. But any old film you've seen on TV, they've probably filmed it here. The Bottle and Glass. Chocolate Vale, TC Cook. That bus now, that is an Arbus. That is a very Arbus. All these things should have been destroyed years ago, but they've just put them here so they can charge people money. But yeah, Tom Hardy's not here today. Sorry, Tom. I don't think the Peaky Blinders anymore anyway, so. But I've shown you where the film is. Hiya, Portland Pickles. This is where they filmed Peaky Blinders. I've just walked all the way around there. They filmed Jack the Ripper here, Sherlock Holmes here, Peaky Blinders. You see that pub there? That's where they filmed Stan and Ollie. You know Stephen Coogan. I think it was 2017. But Steve Coogan and Oliver come out that pub singing and dancing. But this is where they filmed Peaky Blinders. I've been walking for 7 hours now, so it is Portland Pickles. Obviously, it costs millions and millions of pounds to build say you're going to make a film set in 1920. Well, that's going to cost you millions of pounds to build a set, a church, a house. So they just come here because these buildings were supposed to be demolished years ago. But instead of knocking them down, they've put them here so that they can charge people a lot of money to come and see it. Steve Coogan walked out of that in Stan and Ollie. But I've walked around here 5 times today and I'm absolutely shattered. So I'm going to make myself... That used to be a children's school. But again, instead of knocking it down, they've bought it here. That chip shop is a original chip shop. I think that was from the 1930s, and they've just put it here. But by Peaky Blinders, by Tom Hardy, even though he's not here today. You see these little alleyways. Tom Hardy and his friends came out of their house. They walked down here, looking hard, and he's just as a 1910 man. Yeah, Tom Hardy walked in through those alleyways going, yeah, Tom Hardy's been harder. With Tom Hardy today, yeah. But anything you've seen on UK TV afternoon, they've filmed it here because it's very cheap. Remember, kids, you can either build a 1920s set for millions and millions of pounds, or you can come here and film it for like 20 quid. That used to be the school. This used to be a pub. Pigeons. Picking them after the tips. There's enough tips for all of you. Calm down, there's enough tips for all of you. Here comes a very old bus. Trying to knock down. These are all original buses and vehicles and cars. All original buildings. That's why they charge you £30 with a straight base. They don't even do Banksy's Bowl in there. And it says on the door they do, so Banksy's Ales. But when I'm poor, I am come here because I've got a visitor pass. so I don't have to pay anything else today. But I do have to walk home. These rides, I'm from the Victorian era. These shops are, they've got plastic ham in the window. I don't think she's fake. May I say that she's a very attractive blouse you have on. I think it's £2.50 a ride, but it's full of bloody kids. It's always full of bloody kids, these places. There's a 1910 post office, and there's a 1940 co-op. That used to be over Fordings Park, where they moved it here. Why is Dracula racing in the daytime? You should be inside Dracula in your coffin. There ain't no rides working just yet. Oh, give me 2 minutes just to rest my legs and my organs. I'm absolutely shattered. Oh, I have a stepper, and it says so far today I have walked 9 miles. He's off on a very tiny train. That's a very tiny train. I've walked 9 miles today, and I've still got to walk 9 miles home. So I'm just going to catch my breath. Oh. I don't know what time this is after. Fireman Sam. Should you be giving children rifles? It's all moving now. I know, right, okay, but I'm on my way home now. Those aren't children. Tip like a fun fair. Dun, 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 dun. It's a very tiny train. But I've had enough now. I've walked 9 miles, so I'm going home. My phone's gone dark. What's happened here? Black Country Penny Arcade. They used to have horses down here, but the horses have gone. Thank you all for watching. Have a nice day, guys.